What is going on, everyone? I am Bob O'Mac, and on this edition of Crisis in the Toyverse, we're going to be looking at the NECA Toys Ash vs. Evil Dead Henrietta action figure from Season 2. Someone's in my fruit cellar. All joking aside, Henrietta is a creepy character, and it is nice to finally be reunited with this old hag, if you will, because sadly, I sold mine a few years back, and I've regretted it ever since. But times were tough in the Toyverse, but they aren't anymore, which is very nice. So we have Henrietta here. The sculpting's done tremendously. The paints are applied amazingly, and the articulation works overall very nicely. With that being said, though, let's pull her off her stand here and talk about her more in depth. So we got Henrietta right here. I mean, just look at that head. The personification of evil perverted by the Book of the Dead. That was quite a tongue twister, and I didn't want to mess it up. But I definitely love the head sculpt here. It just looks nice. It's creepy, and it definitely stands out on a shelf or when you're doing toy photography. We move it around. We got the back of her head here with the hair growing tremendously long. Now, the glue does look a little off on mine. I don't know how you would fix a problem like that when applying real hair onto a plastic, or I guess by real hair I mean fake hair, but synthetic hair, whatever the case may be. But overall, I do enjoy this head sculpt, and it definitely does give off a creepy vibe. If we move on to the rest of the figure, we have a floating piece for the tattered dress. And it looks like it was supposed to be glued on, but on mine it's not. I don't know if that's a common issue throughout, but it is with mine, so I wanted to point it out. But it definitely looks good too. But the main selling point with Henrietta here, and the thing that really helps makes it stand out, is just her body. The sculpting's just disgusting and dirty and icky, and that's the highest compliment I can give the NECA team, because they've sculpted and painted something that's really awesome, and once you hold it in your hands, it's just really amazing. I mean, look at that fat right there. Disgusting. I'm not one to talk. I'm a fat, chubby MFer myself, but it just looks really good. I mean, just look at all these open creases with the pulled up, clotted blood, and her thunder thighs right here. I mean, it's just disgusting, and it just follows the body all the way down to her legs and even to her feet. Very, very cool, to say the least. So while I have Henrietta here, let's just focus in on the articulation, and we'll take it from there. Now, in terms of this head, it is on a ball peg, so you can bring it back quite a bit, and you can move it forward somewhat. You do get side to side and twist it all around, and you get some pivoting there because of the ball peg. Now, in terms of the arms, her arms can go down that much. They can go up that way, and they can spin all the way around. Now, we do have a hinge and swivel here at the elbow that allows for some good posing. And then we just have a rotation at the wrist that's connected with the ball peg. So very nice, not really limiting at all. We do have a diaphragm joint that allows it to go back that much, go forward, side to side, and spin all the way around. Now, in terms of the lower body, Henrietta can do the splits that much, which is a lot more than I can do. Actually, I could probably do a little more, but not too much. You can bring the leg up slightly. You can bring it back. The sculpting and the way the body's designed does hinder that somewhat, but it's definitely not a deal breaker, because, I mean, you're not going to get Henrietta here into kung fu action. You're going to just have her be creeping onto Ash. Now, we do have a hinge and swivel at the knee here that works pretty well. You get some back action there. Then we do have a ball peg at the foot that allows for some rotation. So all in all, it definitely works. I know some people are going to complain and be like, well, I need more articulation. I need more. Blah, 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 blah. Relax. Enjoy the sculpt. Soak it in and take it up. So now that we've covered articulation, let's stop it here and let's focus on the accessories that Henrietta comes with. All right, folks, here we are with our accessories. The first part of the accessories that I want to cover is the creepy, animalistic, deadite head that Henrietta has with the neck piece. So This thing is sculpted tremendously. Now, I don't think the original version had a hinged jaw. I could be completely wrong about that. It's been so long. It's just one of those things my mind hasn't remembered. But the cool thing is, this one does. I mean, look at the detail inside. She's ready to take a bite out of crime. And this is what happens, folks, when you don't have a Snickers ready. Obviously, her teeth show signs of eating too many Snickers. Look at those cavities. Anyways, all joking aside, the eyes look great. The head sculpt looks pretty awesome, if I say so myself. And you do have a bit of articulation. The head's on a ball peg and moves all the way around, so you're not going to have any problems getting this head to do the things you want it to do. And if that's not cool enough, you can obviously recreate the head coming off, because it is on a two-part peg system here that just plugs in like so, which is very cool, and I think it fits in very nicely. Really no complaints. And you got the ball peg at the bottom here, and just to show you guys, camera, it fits right in like a glove, and you can get it moving around. But if that wasn't cool enough either, we got bendy wire here that allows the neck to get into some crazy poses. I know that's not really a crazy pose, but just thought I'd show you guys. And it's strong and stiff, and it definitely holds its weight, if you will. So that is very cool, if I say so myself. And I love the attention to detail with the hair yet again. And as far as the second accessory, let me just plug Henrietta's original head here. Move this flight piece out of the way. On the back of Henrietta, you have a hole for a peg. And you have this flight stand that comes in two pieces. And you just plug it in, and you can have Henrietta floating like she did in the movie and TV show, which is very cool as well. We saw this with the 2011 release, so it's really nothing new, but it's nice that they decided to include that yet again. And like I said, you won't have any problems having it on a shelf and looking very nice. So with that being said, let's go ahead and break down our size comparison and wrap this video up, guys. So for today's size comparison, we're going to do a comparative review. Obviously, looking at the screen, you can see the adult demon spawn stands tall above the rest. And I believe Ash etches out Henrietta just a little bit. And obviously, Henrietta is the shortest of the bunch without her flight stand. Honestly, this line as a whole for Series 2 has been tremendous. I don't feel like there's a bad figure in this wave, which is rare to say for an action figure wave. You get one that you love less, one that you love more. I love all three of these equally, but just for argument's sake, the Demon Spawn is at the top of the list. Ash, obviously, because it's a new design for Ash, which I think is cool. And Henrietta rounds out third. But personally, I think being non-objective, she's probably my favorite because I finally have her again. And I didn't think I was going to. Not that she was super expensive to find. It's just I found her at a price that was good for me. Henrietta is definitely worth the purchase if you missed out the first time and you definitely want it again. All three of these are worth your hard-earned cold cash. So go pick them up. What are you waiting for? With that being said, guys, as always, thank you for the supports, the likes, the comments, the dislikes. I definitely appreciate it each and every time. I know your time's valuable. For you to take time out of your day to see what I'm doing, it does mean a lot. As you also know, if you've been following this channel, I got a whole bunch of links in the description below. Go check those out as well. Extreme-sets.com. Their new multiverse wave is shipping now. You see me use them in my reviews. Go pick them up today if you're into toy photography. You won't regret it. Head over to undercovercapes.com for all things geekery in the podcast verse. You're going to love what's going on over there. And trust me when I say it, this show would not exist without their fine help. Also, on Instagram, throw a big follow at Toy Lover Crew. You're going to see some amazing toy artistry being done, and it's done with people who really enjoy toys. And lastly, head over to BigBadToyStore.com for all your toy and collectible needs. Guys, I have a slideshow at the end. Thank you so much, and until next time, great googly moogly. Bye.